episode. Today is going to be another product review video. Today I'm reviewing the All Media, the Royal Langnickel All Media brush set, the big one. I'm going to put up a picture of it up here in the canvas for a little bit. It should give you a general idea what it looks like. This is a very good brush set. I'm going to give you the rating of it at the end, but I think it's going to be a pretty good one. Now, it says All Media, but that doesn't mean you should use it for both. I mean, you can use it for both oils, acrylics, and watercolor, but I wouldn't use it for what I'm saying is once you use one brush set for oils, you should only use that brush set for oils. I'd recommend getting two of these, one for oils and one for water-based paints. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess let's just get started. Today's going to be another warm winter scene, sort of. So I'm just going to tap into my Prussian blue. I'm going to run the colors across the screen that I'm using for this painting. And beforehand, I already covered the whole canvas with a thin coat of the liquid white. Let's just get started. I'm going to come in here and just make little X strokes across the canvas. Prussian blue is a very, very dark and deep color. So I'm going to take that and some black and just tap it in there. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Much darker, significantly darker. Before I forget, because this is going to be warm, I'm going to take my 1-inch brush and order some cadmium yellow. I bet you're wondering why I'm not using this brush set yet. Oh, the thing is, it only comes with one big brush, and I'm going to use it for a very special purpose in a little bit. Alright. Be careful with this yellow and blue. Mix them together, you'll get a nasty green sky. Without washing the 1-inch brush, I'm just tapping some bright red. I'm gonna just tap it right above here. And the red is there to, well, not only make the sky look better, but to prevent the yellow and blue from mixing together. I'm gonna go into a touch of the alizarin crimson with that. And just tap it. And make little X strokes of it too, right here. Now I'm going to wash my 1-inch brush. I beat the devil out of it. I'm finally using a splatter box now. I finally got it built. I'm just going to blend here at the base and go outward. They don't have to be doesn't have to be a perfect graduation of color values, but you want the definite lines, brush strokes to go away. See, I'm starting with the yellow and going upward. And the Prussian blue is significantly stronger than the crimson. It's also why you want to start at the bottom. It's taking a while, but it's worth it. It'll save time. Switching between the 1-inch brush and the 2-inch brush would take a little bit. Just trying to take all the definite brush strokes out. There we go. Let's see, I think I'm gonna wash the 1-inch brush again. I like to use both the brush beater rack and beating the easel because it gets out more paint thinner and it's fun. So now I'm going to go right into some titanium white. And with a touch, just a touch, some bright red. Get like a very bright pinkish color. I'm just going to make some clouds. Think right here at the base where the blue sky is. It's cold, so you're not really going to see much of the clouds. You can actually beat the color off just to save some time. You load your brush full when you're doing this. Maybe. Happy accident. Just tap in some clouds then. I think I'm going to put a touch of liquid white in there. There we go. I think I'm going to repair that side too. Try to do all kinds of circular strokes. Just beating the color off. Let me see. I think I'm going to take. Here it is. This is one of the brushes it comes with. I'm going to sort of tickle these clouds a little. These clouds require the most delicate touch. These need to be soft and fluffy, especially in the wintertime, where they're like wispy and they're like practically not even there. These brushes are very soft. They're not stiff like the Bob Ross brushes, which is why you may not want to use some of these for oils. Just making. It's okay if they're stringy things; they'll go away in a second. So now I'm gonna get that out of that because it's still practically dry. You know. Yeah, there we go. Now I do see that spot. Don't worry. Look at that. Completely fixed them right up. Doesn't it look kind of nice? I think I'm going to like this one. I know I will. So with that, I think I'm ready to add, why not? Why not mountain? I think this time I'm going to use one of the filberts it comes with. Big filbert. And I'm just going to take, you know what? Nope. Wanted to change my mind, but let's just try it anyway. It's very soft. This would probably be better for making green trees, but let's try it anyway. I'm going to take some Prussian blue and go right into crimson. And touch more Prussian blue. It's like a fuchsia color. I'm just going to tap it in. This mountain's very, very faint. Just disappears right there. So now I'm going to take my 1-inch brush and just sort of, nope, forgot to wash it. Careful. Well, I was about to take blue and go into yellow. Oh. Sure, this is dry. I'm going to tap the base of this mountain out. This filbert brush would be good for making blue mountains, like the ones in Virginia, I guess. I'm not gonna tap those out because that one's gonna be get covered up later on. You don't have to make these little circular shapes go away. Those will just look like trees. I'm gonna blend it out. Make it look misty. Yeah. I'm gonna lightly pull up. I can't think of the Bob Ross painting that inspired me to do this one. I've seen one somewhere, but I can't think of the episode, so I don't remember him doing it. There's an episode that looks very similar to this, but doesn't quite click. I think he's done two of them. I'm going to take one of the flat brushes it came with. It might be a bright brush. I'm just going to go into that same lavender color mix that I had. Just take some black with it. Make it darker. I'm going to put some background trees there. Oh yeah. See, this works. This has worked better than using my fan brush. Fan brush wants to like get dark on me. Take some blue, grab some black. It's alright if it changes. All trees are different. If you can't tell, I don't think I'm gonna have water in it today. Wow, this is very warm painting. This will definitely brighten up a room. In fact, I'm probably going to use all the brushes together in my paintings. And that's what you should do. Do what works for you. And Bob, he practically used his 2-inch brush for everything, but it doesn't seem to work for me. Of course, I don't really know how yet. But he said if you give the 2-inch brush a try, you won't be disappointed. Well, I haven't been. Because this is taking quite a while. I'm going to fast forward this part a little bit, just to make the video a little shorter. Alrighty, I'm going to take my 2-inch brush and wash it, because it still has that Prussian blue on it from the sky. Beat the devil out of it. Well, let's see, I think I'm going to take yeah, I'm not going to use the 2-inch brush just yet. I'm going to blend, just sort of pull this out. I'm going to put some snow here. So I'm going to take the base of these trees and sort of pull them out and blend them out. Actually, I'm going to take some black, put a few more trees in there and cover up the white spots. I'm going to fast forward this part too. Alright, now with the Natural Bristle fan brush, I'm just going to pull these up. Sorry, I'm going to fast forward this part too. Alright, now I'm going to, sorry, didn't like the white areas in it. Right, sort of diffuse it, because that was right on the yellow. I would have done blue, but doing that in the yellow, it would have made green. Purple color's a nice color anyway. Let's see, It's time to add some evergreen trees. All these brushes here doesn't come with a fan brush, but that's okay. So I'm actually going to take my natural bristle fan brush and go with some black, some blue, maybe a touch of cad yellow, make it a little green. Alright, now I think I'm going to have one right here. Just use the corner. As it gets more to the bottom, use more of the fan brush. Nothing wrong, a little more paint. And let's say right there's good enough. Maybe he's got a friend right here. There we go. They can get better with evergreens. Don't worry about mixing them together. We'll separate them with highlights. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to put some highlight on it. So I'm going to wash my fan brush. And fast forward this little part too, because it takes me a while to wash my fan brush. I'm going to take some liquid white. Just go into this dirty color that I had, snow cloud color I had before. I thin it down with the liquid white because a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. Let's do him first. Now I'm going to highlight mainly the right side of these trees because the light's coming from the right side of them. There we go. Snow covered evergreens. And let it get darker at the bottom. Time for him now. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna maybe have some little frosty things coming up here at his foot. It's probably not a word. His feet. Sorry, Bob says that. What? I'm gonna let it diffuse there. It'll make it look like shadows, I guess. Alright. Now I see a cabin in this one because this is a pretty nice place to live. So I'm going to take some Van Dyke Brown with maybe a little crimson on the palette knife. Just mix it up a little. Maybe a little black. Just sort of mix it out. Now I'm going to scrape out, say right here. I think I want a big cabin. Doing this to scrapes out excess paint, but it also helps you lay out your building. And I'm not good at cabins yet. Maybe this is a barn. Who knows? Alright. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna blend this out. And you can do that too. Look at that. You can undo a cabin just by doing that. This is what Bob, well, it's not what Bob would call it, cabinectomy. Look at that. Fixed it right back up. What's that? I actually still want a cabin. I just wanted it more down here. I'm going to fix those with a tiny flat brush for this all media set. This thing comes with way more brushes than you really need. Blending it out. That's all I'm doing in this area. That's okay. Then maybe those could have been clouds. Who knows? Right. Now, time to really build my cabin. Right here. It's hard to see what I'm laying out. But I know I want it right there. I'm going to take a roll of paint on my knife. Just sort of using a little pressure like a mountain, I bet. And this is just dark. This part doesn't really matter too much right now. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. You can see it now, right? There we go. I'm going to fast forward this little part a bit because this is just me laying out the cabin. Don't panic, it's just switching to the little knife. Don't worry about this bottom. I'll show you what to do later about the bottom. Alright, I think that's it. So now I'm going to take some of that brown, put it right here, take a little bit of white to make it look, see that? How it's marbled? I'm going to leave it like that. That way it looks like wood. Yeah. Coming straight down. Looks like old wood. Alright. So put some here too. God, I don't have a half bad looking cabin. You can sort of dig in a little bit to make it look like old boards. Or you just take a little white and then do it if you really want it to stand out. I'm going to fast forward this a little. Right, now I'm going to take some white. Let's just lay some snow on this guy. Oops, dirty. Put some clean white on my palette. Just cleaning off my knife. Let's see. I'm going to take some clean white, pull it out. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I keep changing my mind. So pull the white out. Just. Oh, that didn't go good, did it? Pull the white out again. Pull it out. No. It's okay, you can keep redoing it. So I'm going to fast forward this part while I try to put some highlight on here. Alright, I think I'm finally done-ish with the roof. Well, maybe not. Yeah, now I think he's done. I'm just gonna touch a little bit right there. Maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna do that vertical cut again. Alright. Time to add ourselves a little door. I'm just gonna take a little midnight black. Just pull it. Sorry, just pull it out. And there. Get ourselves a little bit of a door. There we go. We got a little door there. Just gonna sort of cut it a little. Now this is the cabinectomy I was talking about. Just take the bottom and make the dimension look right. So I think, yep. Right. I'm going to take that little brush and want to fix that little part out first. There we go. And I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to take that some white, a little liquid white with it. Maybe, yep. Pull some snow out in this cabin. Yeah. just going to grab a little more titanium white. Right, I'm going to take some white. White. I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to brighten it up. I think so. Actually, be start here and sort of. There we go. Look at that, making it fade away. There we go. There we go. Seeing a little speck there. Alrighty. Probably gonna repair this painting later on. Don't wanna take my filbert and fix the knot now. It's probably irrelevant, but let's go ahead and sand it. So I'm gonna take a new brush and sort of tickle it. There we go. Pull it up too. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Right. I think it's just a little smidge there. Oh, yikes. Take some liquid white, titanium white. Let's cover them up. There we go. We showed him, huh? Yeah. The door looks pretty wide for a cabin. I'm gonna leave them. Leave that though. This is a simple, but, well, fairly simple, basic cabin. Basic sunset. Right, time to take some titanium white with a touch of blue and make some snow. It's going to reflect the color of the sky, which is mostly blue, which is why the portion up here is lavender. Right, want it to fade up out here. Just a little smidge there. Really set that cabinet, didn't we? Looks kind of realistic. So now I'm going to take, needs to be something right here. So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to make some bushes. Take Prussian blue and black in one motion only. Now I'm going to fast forward this part. Well, after I You can tell all I'm doing is just pushing up on it. I like these little snow cover bushes. I think they look pretty nice. I'm going to take some more Prussian blue. Midnight black. Right. Now I'm going to let the fast forwarders in. Alright. Completely apologize if the painting looks different. As you saw, I had to put it back on the canvas. Making this painting in response to the terrible one I painted last time. Alright. It's time for the highlights, so with that, I'm just going to go into liquid white, titanium white. Not titanium, white just for the highlights because a thin paint sticks to a thick paint. Now I'm going to highlight these one at a time. So you just fast forward this little part too. Apologize for all the fast forwards, I'm just not that fast. Alright, it's time to take a palette knife. I'm just going to scrape in some little sticks and twigs. You do this mainly in the dark areas, not where you put the white in. Now I'm going to take a 2-inch brush and just load it with that white. I'm going to put snow down here at the bottom. And take some liquid white and more titanium white. I guess that sums it up pretty much for this painting. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and happy painting, guys. Bye.